history doing like Shakespeare plays and things of that nature, which don't get me wrong, is great, and I love the guy, but I don't. And so, yeah, I got a little agitated and had to leave that one.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Okay,
Are you connected to the Wi-Fi in your hotel, in your room?
I am. Why?
Oh, because
But
there
the
were
audio
little
got.
bits of that where you went, yeah, scratchy. So
We can still understand you, but it would sound uh poopy on the audio.
which is
I'm
fine.
sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm glad this is happening today and not
My
next Friday. I wouldn't be here.
my game, my Ghostbuster video game league is literally in our playoff match right now, and I'm not playing because.
Oh no. You can go
Well, I
first and
mean,
then leave if you need to.
Yeah.
no. They knew that. No. The match is already done. The match is
Oh.
already done. But and I told them I was going to be out of town. I'm like, I don't want to commit to playing in this simply because I
Mm.
don't know how well the Wi-Fi be at this place, and don't want to be lagging because toot my own horn a little bit. I'm better than that.
Truth. My lag. I'm hoping that my internet is great at my new apartment. We'll see.
You'll be fine. We'll work it out.
Yeah.
Um,
The building is pre-wired with fiber, which is
So
allegedly what I have now.
podcast is going live.
Cool.
I'm just laughing because that's all I can see on my screen. The notification, it says two girls, one ship is going live to anal.
oh God, I know.
Oh my god.
But I love it because it was a complete accident, and so therefore I'm never changing it. Like it's perfection.
It says that every time.
Yeah, the Two Girls One Ship podcast is going live to analyze, rate, and review all that the world of video game romances has to offer. And then it cuts it off with the Two Girls One Ship podcast is going live to anal. And it cracks me
Yay,
up.
mature.
And exactly. Um, I am so excited for you to get here. I am so excited for like next week's chat. I have put so much fucking work into because my V is not going to be able to join the show. I'm doing it solo. So it'll be the one girl soloing anal. Yeah, I don't know.
What are you solo analing next week? Do we get a
Um,
tease?
I think I have 5 different ones that I'm doing.
I'm not gonna make the joke. I'm so not.
And it's gonna be 3 guys, 3 girls. I know.
Sounds like a nice orgy.
Okay, good. You did it. I didn't have to.
Good balance. Good
I've got the whole
balance of genitalia.
gambit of it too. I've got a gay guy, a straight guy, and a bi guy, and then 2 bi women and a straight woman. I couldn't find a lesbian in a pinch. Damn it.
We couldn't find a lesbian in a pinch. That is seriously, that says, I don't know. I'm not proud of us right now. I feel like we should be able to. With our demographic, I don't know.
I didn't even look to see what the topic is. I should probably do that.
Oh my
Oh, for
gosh, yes,
tonight?
because it requires some thought.
Yeah, it does.
You can thank my sister for this amazing topic that you guys voted for.
Okay,
Thought
so
it
it
was
says counseling BioWare edition.
like you're gonna pick a couple and wait, it has to be BioWare? Oh, Dana can't do the well,
Oh, that's okay.
Muffany can't do the one she was gonna do.
Okay.
I thought it was just any couple.
You're the one
Oh
that wrote
gosh.
the topic.
On me. Like, don't
Donde.
die. Yeah, no, I just need to switch to a knee. That's just my natural state. Um, what's it called? Yeah, okay. Well, luckily the one I picked was BioWare, but the one that my sister picked was not.
It's okay. I can pick another one.
Oh, and Apollo. I know I talked a big game about the thing I was supposed to be going to, but I found out the day before yesterday they canceled it. So hence why I'm here.
Hmm.
I think you're muted, brother.
Oh yeah, we can't hear you.
Yeah, still not hearing a thing.
You know what's funny is we heard him before, and then whatever he changed made it so we can't hear him now.
It's my fault. I showed up and wrecked it all.
Yeah.
No, but I mean it's also like
Feeling like a
why we
wrecking
do
ball.
why we do mic checks.
Yeah.
Why
Is
we
there
have
anyone?
pre-show.
Oh, just me. Oh no.
What? It's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Mhm.
I think for once it's not though.
Serious fun. Just doing some mischief. It's funny because
I had so many plans to do so much late night stuff for this con, and I've been running around in faux leather
about
all day.
my end?
Hmm.
So
Hold on.
there he is.
Go, Apollo.
Okay.
Can you say more
Alright.
than one word,
Oh,
please?
Say, oh, I was saying what you were supposed to do. Did they just not show up, or did they just reschedule something?
The panel got, or he was going to do a viewing of the pilot or the season 2 premiere, and they canceled that. I think it has something to do with the 4 a.m. strike. Violates terms or something if he shows that episode, because yeah. And so yeah,
Okay.
running around in toe faux leather, I'm white, so yeah, any excuse to come back to the hotel room.
I have finished my dinner. I believe this is everybody for tonight. I messaged our newest patron again because they were super excited about it this morning, and then I'm not seeing anything. So sad face, but it is out there. It is if anybody wants to join in. Okay. Hmm. Are we ready to do a podcast, babe?
yep.
All
Resisted
right.
the urge to say always ready like the Navy bitch I am. My sister. Always ready. Okay, I did it.
Ugh.
I'm not
I
doing it
came
back.
prepared. Yeah, I can go with that. I came prepared.
Yeah, I saw that and I thought of like the Girl Scouts. Oh. Nope.
Yeah.
Hungry.
AEW fan, so I'm just going.
I can't whistle. I don't know how loud it is, so I didn't whistle like fully into the microphone.
Yeah, no, don't do that because I'll just have to edit it out. Mm.
Oh hey, it just dawned on me. I was sitting here lamenting the fact I can't do my usual multi-window thing of so I can see the Twitch chat, but I can put that on my TV. I just can't type.
It's okay. I mean, the majority of our Twitch chatters are here right now, so
And we don't have anybody in the audience right now.
other than me,
Sad
just in
face.
case. Maybe they all thought it was canceled because I kept talking about how I was moving. I'm like, no, I will never give up, never surrender. So,
Hey, Galaxy Quest,
one of my favorites.
and I'm at Galaxy Con, so that works.
We are so gonna have a shitty, awesome movie night. Yes, I need this in my life. Okay. All right, let's do a podcast.
Going.
Welcome back to another episode of Two Girls, One Ship, the podcast where we analyze, rate, and review all that the world of video game romances has to offer. I'm Jennasis, the girl who, quite literally, sits here, gets in a zen mode, breathes out, and starts with the phrase, and I can watch my patrons laugh at me every time I do it.
Phrase do you do?
What? How
Phrase?
I start the like, okay, let's do a podcast.
Oh,
Breathe in, breathe out,
yeah.
switch the face on. And like everybody like I see you react to it. I see everybody react to it like, oh, Jen's getting in her zone.
I wish I had like a visual cue for like, here's the zone. I'm just like in every zone at all times. Hashtag ADHD. And I'm Virvada, the one who always ruins the intro and is the reason for Jen's next line in the script.
And if you're new here, welcome to the beautiful chaos. Tonight we are not analyzing a specific character or in-game using fuck me. Okay, that's not in the script, so that's why I was like, wait a minute, that's not what we normally go with. For our Patreon chats, we don't do a spoiler alert, but maybe we should. Because we're going to be talking specifically BioWare games today. But if you've listened to this podcast, we've kind of talked every Mass Effect game except for Andromeda and 2 of the 3 Dragon Age games that are out. Yeah, hi. Hi, patron. Do you want to say hi? It is chaos tonight, Cass. I drank the chaos juice. Um, it started a lot earlier in the day than I was used to. Um, I started drinking it around like 2 o'clock this afternoon when I got a text message. And yeah, I've been weird all day since then. Okay. All right, we're going to go around the room. Welcome, Muffiny Cake. It is not your first time being here, but it's your first time on a patron chat. Welcome back.
Yeah, super excited. Hopefully our faces don't confuse everyone too much. At least she's got cat ears on. Can tell us apart.
I have my
Oh,
glasses on too.
Oh yeah,
oh,
duh.
the voices. Oh my God. Those are so similar.
Oh yeah.
Wait, should I like lower register it for tonight? I don't know.
I mean, if you want to, we can talk in the low register voice, but I got
Super.
yelled at. I got yelled at for it. Jen,
Oh yeah.
you can't turn on the sexy voice just whenever. You have to build up
Why
to
not?
it. Huh?
Who said
Oh,
that to you?
no, because I used it on my male co-host. I used it on
Toasty said
Toasty.
that to you?
Oh, okay, he didn't
Toasty.
yell at me. He didn't yell at me. He's like,
Okay.
Jen turned on the voice, not the voice.
Okay.
Too much power for one person.
I
It
know.
is. It's a lot of power. And with great power comes great responsibility. Apollo, why aren't you trying to rein this conversation in? You're supposed to be the one cracking the whip.
Well, just wait to say hello. What?
Welcome back, Apollo. Thank you for continuing to be here and dealing with our insanity. That night, you are here to round out the party of the chaos.
Know that.
General Kenobi.
Yes. Live via satellite.
That's
Not your home base.
okay. You were out there traveling the galaxy and you made a pit stop in order to hit the relay convoy buoy so that way you could transmit your data back over FTL. Look at that, me throwing in Mass Effect terminology correctly into the episode where we are talking Mass Effect or Dragon Age or any other BioWare. I mean, really, I think Mass Effect and Dragon Age are who we're really going to be talking about tonight because I don't think that there were any romances in Anthem, and I don't think that BioWare's really put out anything else that has romance in it. Oh, wait, KOTOR and SWOTOR.
Yeah, KOTOR, Baldur's Gate 2.
Darn it, I was hoping I was going to be able to surprise with my option, but yeah.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, I romanced a lot of people in SWOTOR. I might have to load it back up again. I kind of miss my husband. Okay. Let's get into the insanity of tonight because the topic kind of is going crazy and what to do in case you're getting to that point. Tonight, our topic is couples therapy. Let's take our favorite lovers to therapy. Couples counseling, BioWare edition. I'm Muffin Cake. This was your idea. This was your proposed topic that the patrons then voted on and agreed with that it sounds amazing. Let's do it. So explain what you had in mind when you thought of this.
Well, it was mostly just the fact that we kind of spend a lot of time talking about the romances, but also I thought it would be really fun to just pretend to be their therapist because it's almost like we talk about them like they can't hear us in the podcast. So I feel like it would be interesting to talk about them as if they were right in front of us. Just, what would we say to Garrus? What would we say to him if he was sitting there? And probably that he's perfect, doing everything right, but that was basically the idea behind it. If they could hear us, what would we say to them?
Okay. All right.
Also,
So
you guys should all be intimidated because she has a psychology degree, so she's like knows what she's doing.
Just an undergrad one. It's like kindergarten for therapists.
Just an undergrad.
But it's step 0.
All right. So does anybody have someone that they have in mind? Who do you want to take to therapy? And what would you say to them? Because the characters that I had in my mind, like, I was like, oh my God, Jack, my poor Jack, she needs therapy. And then I'm like, no, Mass Effect 3 Jack seems like she's worked through a lot of her shit. Yeah, sure, she needs continuing, ongoing therapy after all of this, but she looks like she's done it. She's done some work.
But like if she were in a couple with Shepard or like anybody, I guess you could just pick whoever Jack would be with. She would probably have some stuff to work on, like as like a partner.
Yeah, like she still punches people when she's mad.
Yeah.
Don't use our fists, Jack.
Yeah.
I think Jack might be in a relationship. I think Jack might turn into a little bit obsessive because I feel like she's the kind of person that goes all in 100% on whatever. And so in a relationship, I think she'd have to work through some stuff to be in a healthy relationship.
I agree. I feel like she doesn't really
Or
have
like
any kind of like neutral. She's kind of like 0 to 100, and there's really not a lot in between.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Twitter chat.
Chat is being great. Yuri says, Caden, when you got mad at me for being dead for 2 years, it made me really sad. Cass says,
Hey, but she's using her
Caden,
I
we were on a break.
statements.
We were on a break.
I mean, I was dead is a pretty good excuse.
Yeah.
it's the best one.
A fan of that show. If I have to hear one more time, we were on a break. It's like, get it.
K Ross, K Rachel, we know. Yes. Amazing.
Oh, Friends.
Yes,
I
that
hate
one was
that
a Friends
show.
joke.
Sorry. My dad watched it way too much. The amount of times I had to try to go to sleep with that stupid ass theme song blasting through the house because my dad falls asleep with the speakers on full blast every time. I can't stand it now.
So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's joke, you're
No.
broke, your love's that
Divorce.
either way.
Divorce.
Just
Divorce.
Flashbacks.
I know. Okay,
Well, that was
V,
such a
we
great
are
part in
going
We're
to
the Millers
therapy.
when they
Let's
pranked
go.
Jennifer Aniston.
Oh. Okay, V, we are now in couples therapy. We're here. Who's your person? Who are you taking? Just because you're divorcing me right now, I'm going to call on you.
Okay. I mean, the fact that you even have to ask tells me that you don't know me at all. I'm gonna pick Solus.
Okay. Yep. No, valid. Yes.
I mean, I've got first of all, as a Llewellyn player, I have a lot of things to say to him in the presence of a couples therapist. But with that aside, like if I were his couples therapist, my instinct would be Solus. Why do you feel the need to build a wall between you and the person who's supposed to love you? Like, why do you feel like you can't share your truth? You know, because he sure don't. Why do you think that people will automatically be against you, Solus? We need to get vulnerable here.
Okay. I also would have accepted Fenris.
Yeah, he's too broken. I feel like Solus has hope.
Okay. Trying to think. I fully agree that Solus and Llewellyn would benefit from therapy. Actually, Solus and any Inquisitor would really benefit from therapy to help understand, because for some people, they don't understand where Solus is coming from. And I think the openness that communication that comes with it would really it would move things forward,
Yeah.
even to help understand. And then for Solus to see our side of the story too. Like, maybe you're not trying to
No,
kill
exactly.
everyone. And yeah.
Like Solus needs to work through his extreme chain of reactions, which is like, I was wronged. I tried to fix it. I made a mistake. The only way to fix my mistake is to completely remake the fabric of reality as we know it. No, Solus, there's like a way less dramatic thing you can do, which is just learn to live with your mistake and realize that the world is okay as it is. You don't need to kill everyone to redeem yourself. You need to redeem yourself to you first, Solus. Forgive yourself.
It's not your fault. Nope. It's not your fault.
Yeah, no, it's not your fault.
Fat Knight, Apollo, which one of you is taking somebody to therapy? Who are you taking?
Well, I've read it. So it said couples, can they make it? So I kind of thought about it in that sense of a couple, would they or would they not make it after the game? Not so much as in like couples therapy. So I was thinking of Garrus and Tali in that they would not make it because of the incredibly different places their entire species would be in after Mass Effect 3. Paladin is wrecked. The plant Garrus is going to have to be in his home world rebuilding it. Rannoch is being rebuilt. I don't see a way where they make it because they're going to be in a long distance relationship, a literal light year long distance relationship. I don't see how they can make it because they both mean too much to their people. I think they would both choose their people over each other in the end.
And I'm really only using you for your body, Vicarian. I mean, yeah.
I think that's fair. She can use him for his body, but also I kind of feel like she has like a Turian thing from her favorite movie. What was that movie called?
Oh,
Like
Fleet
where
and
it's a
Flotilla.
Turian, Quarian.
What was it?
Fleet
Love
and
Among the Stars?
Yeah, something like that. Like
what was Fleet
where
and
she
Oh no,
serenades you.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Fleet and Flotilla.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is.
There we go. Yeah, so that movie. I feel like she was a little Quarian, just like I love Turians. I want to end up with a Turian. So she finds like a hot one who's available and She goes for it.
So
I
wait, does that mean
literally
her
just got
romantic
that. Sorry. I literally just got what Fleet and Flotilla was because it's the Turian Fleet Army and the Quarian Flotilla. So it's the Turian and the Quarian Fleet and Flotilla. You know what? I didn't put the Turian Fleet together, okay? I know what the Flotilla was, but I didn't put the Fleet. Move along.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all talking about how she has a specifically a Tyrion fetish is just everything I know from Mass Effect 3 is a lie, because she said it was just, alien races, which included me. My shepherd was an alien to her, but y'all, now you're telling me it's just Tyrion.
I mean, it makes sense for her because she probably feels safer with a Turian because they're both dextro amino acid folks and they can eat the same food. She's still allergic AF, but not in the same way Shepard is to Garrus. So,
We would have made it work, V.
yeah, that's true. Love finds a way.
I
But
also
in
wonder if
Tally
there's like
and
so
Garrus's
much.
case, it's Lust finds a way.
Yeah. And they definitely have the trauma bond for the like basis of their relationship. And as long as they can then continue to find things in common and actually working towards common goals in their life, then yes. But I think the common goal of rebuilding society on two entirely separate planets, it might make it a little bit difficult. There would be a lot of video chat, and that doesn't always work. Yeah.
Especially as they're going to be high by the end of Mass Effect 3, they're pretty much high as hell ranking officials in both of their races, right?
Mm-hmm. Because Tally's an admiral, and Garrus, I mean, I think like his official title was like a Reaper Task Force, right? But then the fact that his dad's high ranking, and then he's obviously going to get something after this because if Victus survives, then he'll get a promotion through that. That and they're rich as fuck now, because I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure that Garrus sold all the vids they made. Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like just some like my sister said in the chat, like they have a relationship due to proximity. And I feel like the best way to sum up their little liaison are these lyrics from Fall Out Boy, because Fall Out Boy is my favorite band. It's my head's in heaven, my souls are in hell. Let's meet in the purgatory of my hips and get well.
Yeah,
Or
I think Tally's definitely a notch in his bedpost.
or Garrus is Tally's a notch in his bedpost and he's just a line in her
In
song.
her song. Yeah.
Well, if you don't romance Tali, isn't Garrett? Wouldn't that be her first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Wouldn't he
guess
be her
so.
first?
Yeah, so that's why she is a notch in his bedpost because he's not a virgin. Because he had sex with that other Turian, the reach and flexibility conversation.
Yeah.
Slutty Turian.
Well, culturally, they just do that to de-stress. Reapers are pretty stressful. I mean, I don't know. That's why I feel like Tally doesn't act like it really means that much. I think everyone's relationship in Mass Effect is pretty much just like, let's bang right now, okay?
Yeah.
Let's bang, okay?
Have you ever watched have you ever watched the Broshep version of the Garrus Citadel DLC date or the non-romanced Garrus Citadel?
Yeah, where he's like wingman for
Mm-hmm.
Garrus and that Turian lady.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Garrus has got game.
he just finds himself a nice little casual one night stand. And then he goes, thanks for the memories.
All right, Bat Night.
I can't stop.
I know, we can't. So that's why we have to move it along. Bat Night.
Uh, My turn. Okay, so I was actually looking at it kind of similar to how Apollo was. Or actually, to be more specific, I was looking at it as a why would this couple go to couples therapy? And the one I was thinking was Bastila Shaw and Revan from Knights of the Old Republic. Because whether you go good guy ending or bad guy ending, that relationship doesn't exactly begin under the best of circumstances. Or teacher in the Jedi Order, she's showing you how to become a Jedi. Granted, spoilers for a nearly 20-year game, but uh, you start out not knowing that you're actually a formerly super powerful Sith, and so she's teaching you in the ways of the Order. So there's flirtation, and there's, even if you do the right dialogue, a kiss between the two of them beforehand. But the relationship doesn't actually form until she has gotten captured and corrupted to the dark side. So she is sitting here approaching you of, uh, how we feel about each other, and the Order won't let us be together. So, blah, blah, blah. So she comes on heavily under the influence of the dark side, which, if you want to use the metaphor, she's, under the influence. So that's how this relationship starts. Now, if you go evil and decide, yes, we can be together, we can rule the galaxy together, well, let's face it, there's every number of things you could uncork there with, red flag, red flag. If not, then, you break her of the spell, well, then that could be like a form of codependence, couldn't it? So either way, as much as it was one of my first video game romances and it will always hold a special part, I don't think it's a healthy one.
You lost me at fraternization when she was your superior. I was like, already no. Next.
Yes, I know.
Okay. I have so many thoughts because one, as the resident Sith in this house, I do not believe that Sith are evil. I know. I know. Sith are not. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sith are not evil. What they do is they actually have human emotion and they express that. Um, the Jedi have a sense of purity and a sense of sociopathy that I just can't deal with. So I don't like the fact that they cannot feel they can't feel passion, they can't feel compassion, they cannot feel love, they cannot feel adoration. They only have to go with those base pure emotions. And I can't live my life with that. So that is why I walk the path of the dark side. So that way I can have love, I can have fire, I can have passion and heat. And that is why I love the dark side. But
Do any Sith actually love anyone?
oh yeah. Oh my God. In SWOTOR, I have this beautiful in Star Wars, The Old Republic. It is the MMO version. So there are a lot of relationships that you can have, and a lot of them are built off of, you've come with me on this journey. We've built trust through each other. Hey, you did murder that guy for me, and that was totally hot, babe. But, so there are some not nice things about it, but they really do have a really great relationship. That and it's complete open and polyamory. So, I mean, you can have like 5 different lovers all living on your ship together. It's amazing. Um, so, but in KOTOR, I don't know enough about it yet to really know how that relationship dynamic works out. Paulo, I know you played it. What about you
Um,
two?
I mean, I with him. There's no way it would work. I mean, everything is based on a lie. For pretty much 80% of the game, Bestel is lying to you, and when you finally find out the truth, she's a Sith, in which you have to bring her back or go dark side. There's no way. Yeah, it wouldn't work.
Oh my God, she's a Sith. I'm sorry. I never played it. So spoiled for me. Yeah, we're actually going to be doing the KOTOR romances very, very soon. So I will learn all about it too. I know my husband loves Bastila also. I think it's the same thing as you, Bat Knight. It's just That was the first video game romance, so it has a special place.
And Bastila was voiced by Jennifer Hale, so that helps.
Oh, well, yeah. Gosh, color me surprised that we love her.
I think this might be, or Muffany, did you have somebody to present? Who did you want to go
I
with?
did, but I didn't realize I limited it to just BioWare because earlier today I have so many thoughts about Judy. So, like, is it cool if I just talk about Judy?
Yeah.
Because I
This is
loved her, but I obviously romanced Judy. I was a female V, but I will say that Judy could use some therapy, which I think if you romance Judy, you probably agree with. I hope so anyway, because she definitely has some things to work on. Just I was reading into her past a little bit more earlier today, and she's pretty much dated everyone she's worked with. So, including Maiko, which is kind of psycho because Maiko's kind of well, she was. I murked her in my game. I don't know about you guys, but she was pretty psycho. And it just seems to me that it wasn't really I don't think Judy is capable at this moment, or like hypothetically at this moment, of being alone. It seems like she's very codependent. Um, because honestly, if you're kind of a little bit more detached, like now that I finished the game and I haven't played it in a while, I was looking back and I was like, that night when she showed me around her hometown and she was like, we were in the bathroom and she was like having, a moment. She kind of like uses V a little bit, like to fill that void of Evelyn being dead. So it's just kind of it's not healthy that Judy doesn't really process her emotions ever. She just finds the next person to cling on to. So she definitely, I think, could be a very great partner to somebody because she is so sweet and caring and honestly really smart. And she could be an independent person because she has that within her, but she's pretty broken and she needs a lot of help, I think. So that she was my first thought as soon as I was thinking about anybody who needs therapy, it's Judy. I know you have
Uh,
thoughts, Apollo.
okay, Apollo, go for it.
She's definitely got separation issues, as in, I mean, everybody dies on her. She loses everyone. She lost her hometown. Like she's so used to losing everything. I think she grabs onto stuff so fast because in her mind it's going to be gone tomorrow, a week, a month, who knows? So she's got to go all in immediately.
It's so sad.
it's like almost worse to romance her too though, because like
Yeah,
V's gonna die
right.
and she's just repeating the process for her. When I was thinking about her, I was just like, she needs to do that whole like therapy thing of like she's not like a sex addict, but like a codependency or like relationship addict or serial monogamist, whatever you want to call it, where they say like, okay, get a plant and keep the plant alive for like six
Right.
months and then maybe get like a cat or something, and then find a relationship after like a year of working on yourself and learning to care for stuff. And maybe she should do that. There needs to be some more
Well, so
plants in Night City too anyway.
as I've said before, it's to be fair, literally everyone in Night City needs therapy. The whole city is broken. If you live in that city, you're messed up in some way. So, I mean, everyone needs therapy.
Yeah. I think the healthiest person in that game was Pan Am. Like, I will never not be upset that I couldn't romance her as female V. She's the best, but she
Well,
definitely also needs therapy.
I mean, but Panem is like the only one who had like
Family.
a family. Yeah. I mean, like River to an
Social
extent
support.
too. Yeah, like a support system.
Yeah, River. I honestly, he's so forgettable. I
I
forgot
forgot it. I
about
forgot
him.
about him until you were like, "Oh, wait, Panem's the only one with a family." And I'm like, "Wait, no, River has like a niece and nephew and his sister." But
He's a
but he
great
also
uncle.
yeah, he's cute, but also like he's in Night City and dealing with all the shit all the time. So,
River had the
uh,
potential to be a really good romance, but it just didn't And okay, so Pan would definitely need therapy. I think she has a lot of PTSD built up, and I think I just froze, or everybody else just froze. So hopefully, me rambling will catch everything back up. I lost network
Oh no,
connection.
Jen. Oh, there you go. I was like, wait, I think Jen froze.
I did. I did
Your internet
freeze.
for once. Um,
I
I was just to
know.
say, Pan Am has like the safety net though, like a big safety net. She doesn't have like one or two people that she relies on. She relies on this whole community. So I feel like she does get vulnerable with you in a way that the others kind of just hint at. And I don't think Judy ever really does. Like she's just kind of when you brought up the whole thing about Evelyn, she was remembering Evelyn dying, and then immediately wants to have sex with you because she doesn't want to deal with any of that. Distract herself.
She does that with her work too. Like
Yeah.
even in her apartment, like she's never not working. She's always distracting. She can't ever be like alone with her thoughts.
Mm-mm. So she never truly gets vulnerable because you have to know what you're feeling and feel it to do that.
Yeah, that's true because that wasn't really a vulnerable scene. But then at least because I did romance River just to kind of see what it would be like, and he actually did get vulnerable with you at the what is that, a water tower? I can't remember if that was a water tower.
Yeah, I think it's a water tower.
So that was a nice scene. But yeah, he was just they should have fleshed him out a little bit more. Pun intended.
No, he definitely has the flesh.
I was just waiting for a Jen comment.
I got you. I'm so sorry to our Twitch streamers if things are acting a little bit funky right now. My computer decided that it didn't want to be live anymore. But hopefully it reconnects soon.
It's reconnected on my end.
Okay, that's good. It is not reconnected on my chat has reconnected, but not the actual stream. Okay, we're good.
Same with me. Like we're all frozen on my Twitch, but I can see everyone's comments at least coming in.
Yeah, I'll try. Now I have Fall Out Boy stuck in my head, and I'm not hating it. I'm just like, I can also really use the lines out of my brain so that way I can focus on other things.
Welcome to the mind.
Okay.
Because they don't fight fair.
Yes, Yuri. Go all the way out and all the way back in. That's the way you make it
Crazy.
work.
Just
I'm
keep
aware.
doing that until something happens.
Exactly. Headspace. Okay. I think this is a good little time for us to take our mid break, thank our patrons, read out a review, and then when we get back, we'll figure out a way to flip this on its head. Ooh, what about main player character you think needs from any game franchise? We'll open it up here, open it nice and wide. Main player character who needs therapy the most. Okay, so keep that in your mind when we get back to it. So let's head into that mid-break dance. Oh, you know what? It's BioWare night. We can do the Shepherd Shuffle. It's been a minute. Woo! All right. Welcome to the middle of the show. We don't have any fun facts to read out tonight, except for the fact that no, you are not hearing or seeing double if you are watching this. The twins are on the pod tonight, and it makes me happy. All right. We do have a new review to read out. CM Davis 85 via Apple Podcast back on July 14th. Thank you. 5 stars. I didn't want it to be over. I'm going to be completely 100% honest. I only started listening to this podcast specifically for the Mass Effect episodes. I listened to all of them, and just like the ending of Mass Effect 3, I didn't want it to end. But thankfully, the podcast itself continues on. The girls have definitely earned another fan in me, and I will be checking out the other episodes here soon. But until then, I should go. Yes, Jack is the best romance option. You cannot tell me otherwise. But I'm a dude and always play as Pro Shep. You know what? I not a dude, but still agree that Jack is one of the best romance options. Huh. She's definitely one of the best romance options for my Bro Shep. So I will agree with that. And of course, a huge shout out to our patrons Toasty and Apollo, Becky and Bat Knight, Win and Miss Theos, The Cups, Lizzie, Muffiny Cake, and our newest patron, Mackenzie M. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big love, major hearts. I don't think we have anything to add to the middle of the show. So let's get back into it. Renegade Shepherd Shuffle back into the show. These dances are so much fun. What? You're talking, V, but you're muted.
Oh no, I was making clicking sounds on my audio so I could see where the mid break ended. It just helps me, like when I'm editing.
That's adorable, you little clicky-turian.
Yes. I just need to add that double voice sound, whatever that's called. I can't remember.
Oh, you know, it's actually really funny, and I'll totally tangent on this for a minute, is that when I overlay your audio in comparison to the Google Meets audio, it is a Turian voice. I listen to you in Turian every single week.
That must be a gift. You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. My brain just went blank because I was like, do I ask her to read me a bunch of Garrus lines? And then it would be like sexy Viturian reading me Garrus lines.
I would have to learn how to sound sexy first. We just get back to you.
Oh, we already talked about this. We just need to drop into the register and bring it low
Oh.
and slow. All right, I'll turn the voice off. Promise. Okay.
Can't handle it.
Okay. Player characters who need therapy. Oh my God, there are so many. I have one in my brain. The second that I said it was like that one. Let's hear from other people. Apollo, did you think of anybody? Or Bat Knight? Apollo's messing with his camera. Bat Knight? One of you, unmute your mic and talk.
All right, I got you.
I was
Well, my knee-jerk reaction was to say Batman, but he's, there is video games with him in it, but let's face it, that's been done to death. So instead, I will go with one of my other all-time favorite video game franchises and talk about Dante from Devil May Cry. Because first of all, we've got, abandonment issues between his parents. We've got and his brother, he thought was dead for ages. Then when we find out his brother started the fact at how much he had a crush on Trish, who was designed and created to look like his mother. Oedipus complex, hello. So yeah, there's a lot going on with that character that's just, yeah. I love the dude. Don't get me wrong. He's one of my all-time favorite game characters, but if you look at it too closely, it gets really, really weird.
It doesn't sound like you have to look that closely. The mom thing really threw me off. I played those games and I don't remember that. But it was so long ago that I played one of them or two of them. Which one is the one where his brother was in it? Dante, what was his brother's name?
Virgil.
Virgil. I loved Virgil.
No, Trish is introduced in okay, canonically it goes 3, I want to say 1, then the anime, which I have, then 4, then 5, and then we don't talk about 2. So, and then Trish was introduced in the original game, and there's number one, it's in the opening scene after their whole introduction. She takes her sunglasses off, all femme fatale like, and he's like, and then it shows a picture of his mother sitting on his desk, and she looks just like her. And then later on, she gets attacked by or she tries to betray Dante, and in the process of betraying him, it goes kerflooey, and something heavy is about to fall on top of her, and he saves her. And she literally says, I was trying to kill you. Why are you helping me? And he goes, because you remind me of my mother. And then she tries to like step forward and say something. He's like, don't come any closer, you devil. You have her face, but you'll never have her fire. And it's this whole thing. So, but yeah, Mundus even point blank says, I made her to look like your mother because I knew that would get your attention. I can make you a companion to look like whatever you want. He was trying to, bring him onto his team. But yeah.
Do we need to put this fucked up relationship on the list?
Yeah, I got problems with making a companion for him.
Well,
And then he chooses to go the route of, let's make your mom.
Well, then they kind of make it from other than that one game. Because she shows up in 4, she shows up in 5, and it's always more of her and Lady busting Dante's chops. Like, it's no longer romantic at that point. Although, like I said, it's heavily alluded in the original game, and then it's kind of hinted at when Lady and Trish actually meet each other, that there's like this rivalry for Dante's affection. But then by the time it's all said and done, there's just a 3-person team going on.
Okay, 3-way. No, I don't think this is going to be a good one. Let's put this one on
And
the
Lady
list
runs
to
around
analyze
with
the
the
characters, though.
He's like, I don't like the Lady and Trish fighting over a boy. Ew. Gross.
Ew, boys are yucky.
No, he's my son. You can't have him. Trish, maybe. I don't like
I'll
it.
be your mommy.
Okay. Yeah, I have to put that on the list. I'm gonna put it on the list right now. Dante definitely needs therapy, and he also needs someone to be like, bro, stop. None of them. Neither of them. Just work on yourself. Question why was that a quote when he said like you might look like or have her face, but you'll never have her fire? Because
that is literally the line from the game. He tells her
weird thing.
and he's like got a gun trained on her. And he says, you may have her, talking about his mother. He's like, you may have her face, but you'll never have her fire.
It's weird.
And yet that's not the cringe line that everybody likes to point out. Everybody loves to point out the, should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light, because that was so badly delivered.
Voice acting has come a long way.
Oh, his voice cracks on that line. That's part of the reason people give it so much crap. He's like, I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light. It's so bad.
Okay, now this one's definitely going on the list just to use really weird
sure is.
audio clips. Okay, Apollo.
Okay, so mine, I was trying to take a poster down to show as my person's when you thought I was messing with my camera, but I'll just have to turn it around. This is who is my person that needs therapy, because the amount of PTSD that girl has is insane. Plus the legitimate physical head trauma that she's gone through from being kicked in the head.
Wait, say who it is for the listeners.
Oh yeah, Ellie. Sorry, Ellie from Last of Us. My fault. The physical head trauma that she's gone through. She's been kicked in the head. She's been beat in the head with the butt end of a rifle, the butt end of a shotgun. She's been beat half to death. I mean, the girl's brain is in a bad place from everything she's gone through. Like, she could use therapy more than anybody.
So she needs like physical therapy in addition to like talk therapy. Okay.
She needs total therapy.
Full body therapization.
I
I
mean, I
fully
don't think we
agree.
have
Like,
anything to add because
yeah, I
yes.
was like, yes, very much. Yes, I agree. I definitely think that, I mean, the scars that she has on her arm, that probably limits her movement. Like, she's got a lot of scar tissue. And then repeated
Like,
head trauma is definitely going to cause some issues.
yeah.
Um,
As someone with a very large scar on a part of her body, it not only could impede your movement, but scars like that hurt. Like, they have nerve damage and shit, and if you don't have treatment for it, then, like, you would just get random stinging pains or throbbing or so, like, she probably has pain from it too, and who that's she's got a bunch more scars than just the one on her arm,
yeah.
so
And I mean, she got fingers bitten off. That's not good.
honestly, and, like, amazed that she doesn't get any kind of infection. Like, there's just so much and that's not even, like, the stuff in the games isn't even it, because like, her whole entire childhood, just being born in that world alone is traumatic enough. Everyone she's ever loved before we even meet her pretty much is dead. She doesn't really have any close connections except for Riley, and then she dies, and, like, just poor Ellie. I really hope that the 3rd game comes out soon so we can hopefully get a satisfying conclusion to her story.
Agreed. It would be nice to
Agree
see
with
something, a happy-ish, happy enough ending for her. All right, Miss Muffiny. Muffiny Cake, who are you bringing?
This was actually a pretty easy one for me just because this is very fresh on my memory, but I'm gonna pick Aloy because as wonderful as she also had a really weird childhood. Growing up super isolated with Rost. And as great as Rost was as somebody who could prepare you to survive, I don't really remember him being the most nurturing, like, yes, it's okay to cry dude in the world. So I'm sure she has, and as is definitely demonstrated by all of her actions in all of the games. She's very good at just compartmentalizing all of her feelings, but she never really deals with any of the trauma that she's seen because, everything she's done and the fact that she has so much pressure on her to literally save everything because she's the only one, or now not so much, but I don't want, just in case there's people who haven't played the newest game and the DLC, but she's normally the only one who really knows the stakes of what's going on and exactly how to fix it. So that's a ton of pressure in addition to just like the hot and cold of growing up where nobody wants you to suddenly being like you're the it girl. Like you're on everyone's mind because you're the one who's going to solve everyone's problems. So just like that could probably do a lot to somebody's mind, and she doesn't really have a confidant so much. I mean, she has friends, but she doesn't really have somebody. Ross could have been that person, but he's gone. So, I don't know. There's really she needs somebody to help guide her through her more difficult moments and maybe to kind of process what she's been through a little bit because she's
Yeah,
definitely going into the possibly being in a romance, hopefully. So, definitely needs to get in touch with her feelings a little bit more in order to do that successfully.
very much agree. And especially because it's like the way that she was raised in her childhood of being a complete outcast. She was literally shunned. Kids threw rocks at her. She was a completely like, no, you're not allowed to have any form of interaction with any other human except for this one person. And this one person has also lived his life as an outcast. So probably hasn't
And
had very much social interaction himself.
his whole family getting slaughtered and like his trauma too. To mention like identity crisis after learning you're a clone, like I can kind of sympathize a little bit because, like, being a twin, you kind of always get compared to that other person who looks just like you. So I kind of have a little bit of sympathy or I guess empathy for Aloy because she's obviously, when she learns she's a clone, she's like, I wasn't even born. So there's just that much more degrees of separation between you and everybody else because you weren't born. But then also, you're not even like an original human. So that's probably going to cause a lot of weirdness at first, too. Just kind of random thought.
Yeah. But like child development too, like it affects kids' brain development to not get hugs enough and like
Yeah.
affection and nurturing, like you're saying. And like Rost was so closed off trying to protect himself from feeling the pain he felt when his family died again. And then the only person who was capable of loving Aloy didn't demonstrate it in like a familiar, affectionate, physical way, like hugs and snuggles and stuff. So no wonder all throughout Forbidden West, she's trying to push everybody away because she has no idea what it means to have friends or a family.
I think the closest thing she had towards feeling that was like honestly Elizabeth, like like her relationship to her, even though they will never meet and she's been dead for hundreds of years. Like it's so sad. Like I don't know, especially in the first game. Like I just remember playing it and just like the way that she talks about her is so like she's like I'm trying. She almost like she could meet her. She could talk to her. It was just like that was like her closest friendship in a way. It was really sad. Yeah, I don't know. She makes me sad, even though I love Aloy. She's like one of my favorite characters ever, but she makes me a little sad.
Definitely needs the therapy and the help.
Some hugs. Definitely more hugs.
Errol would love to hug her if she would just allow the man to just give her a hug.
Yeah, she really should. I bet he gives good hugs too.
I think he's the perfect person to kind of like chip through her ice because he kind of just is this big, goofy, like friendly guy. And I loved the end of the game. Spoilers. Oh, where he has his arm around her. That made my heart so happy.
That was nice actually. In Forbidden West, kind of you kept going back to the base and learning more about the people that you're gathering there, and you're like, oh, Aloy actually is having friendships and getting close to people, and she's not just pushing everyone away. It was really nice. She still has a ways to go though.
All right. V, I wonder if we can same brain this one or not. What PC are we sending to therapy?
Well, I already picked mine. Who do you as a player
I,
character,
mm-hmm,
who are you gonna send?
Hawk.
Oh, Hawk. Okay, yeah, I didn't pick Hawk. You can go.
Oh, damn. No, I thought we could, oh, damn. Okay. Yes, Hawk. Dragon Age 2. They have been through more shit. Hero Ferelden had it bad. Shepherd is like an even level of trauma. Like it's either going to be Shepherd or Hawk. One of those two desperately needs to go to therapy. Um,
I think Hawks that romance Anders need therapy way more than the other Hawks because their boyfriend like blew up the Chantry and is a terrorist. So
what are you
like
saying?
that just extra.
What are you
I'm just
saying,
saying.
Virvada?
I'm saying that's extra trauma on top of everything else. Like on yet another betrayal.
Yeah.
So
No, yeah, no, definitely. My Hawk needs more therapy than any of my other player characters that I can think of. Because of, you lose your brother right in the beginning, and then you lose your either your brother or your sister. You try to get into Kirkwall, and it is extremely difficult. You have to commit some form of crime in order for that to happen. And things just keep compounding and compounding and compounding. And then, yes, by the end of it, somebody that you've considered very close to you for the last, what, 10 years? 7 years? I don't remember how long Dragon Age is. It has a big betrayal at the end. Yeah. So I think that Hawk definitely has the most post-traumatic that would need some talk therapy to help get through.
All went like the trauma route. The person I picked at first, I changed my mind just now, but like I would just want her to go to therapy because she's an immature little shit. But that's Max Caulfield from Life is Strange. But
Mm.
I was gonna go Matt. Ellie needs it more.
yeah, Ellie does need it more. So going on the trauma route, I am then moving along to Life is Strange 2 and picking Sean because I swear to God, he is the best big brother in the entire world. And the entire game is just watching this beautiful 16-year-old boy full of hopes and dreams get his whole entire world destroyed first by racism and a cop shooting his freaking awesome, beautiful dad, Esteban. And then the whole rest of the game is his little brother freaking Daniel, piece of shit with magical powers, just ruining everything. I love Daniel. I love Daniel. But everything that happens to Sean is directly because of freaking Daniel being an immature little shit. Freaking Sean. Yes, Daniel killed the cop. Daniel's the reason they have to go on the run. Daniel's the reason Sean loses his goddamn eye. Daniel's the reason that he has to go to prison in the quote unquote good ending of the game.
Not my game.
You got the actual good ending is the one where Sean and Daniel end up in Puerto Lobos living out their life as criminals because guess what? Daniel can't stop telekinetic shit moving things with his brain and killing people or hurting people. He needs to get his shit together. So Daniel needs therapy too. But Sean is the innocent party in all of this. Okay, all he did was try to be a good big brother. What does he get for that? Freaking loses his eye, loses his dad, loses his girlfriend or boyfriend, loses freaking everything. His ability to draw at first for a while, his freedom. If you get the quote unquote redemption ending, you go to prison for 15 years. It's the worst. That game messed me up, dude. And they did Sean so dirty.
Only
Mm-mm.
because you played it like that. I didn't play it like that, and
Yeah,
Daniel wasn't a little shit in my game. It was
look up the guides. Life is Strange traumatized me, so I'm, like, not gonna look up the freaking consequence like, I have to look up the consequences because I don't wanna see like, I'm glad I did because you watched Chris get hit by a car and I didn't because I looked up the consequences to my choices, but my thing is,
and then I
like, the
immediately replayed the chapter so he
yeah.
would live.
Yeah, but, like, the whole guides are like, "Do this, raise Daniel's morality, and raise his brotherhood, so you get the good ending," and I didn't know what the good ending meant, but I was like, "I want that, I want the good ending, I want the best for Sean, I love Sean." No, the good ending is Sean, like, not racing through the police blockade into Mexico, but giving up and getting sent to prison, and, oh, guess what? Daniel, the reason for all of this, doesn't have to go to prison because he's only 9. Oh, no, wait, he's 10 at this time. So he just gets to go live with his grandparents and have a good old life while Sean gets to pay for all his crimes. It's the worst ending.
Wow. Okay. That's a lot to
I need
process.
I need therapy too. That game, we have to talk about it because there is romance in there, but, like,
I thought you told me it
Sean
was
does not.
between minors and one of the kids was like 12.
Oh, no. No, no, no. Your little brother's, like, 10, but they don't have a romance. You are technically a minor, though, because you're 16 when it happens,
Can
but
we make this game like next year? Because I don't want to do any more 14-year-olds. Like
no, yeah, we
I'm
can.
away from children for a
Wait,
while.
I need to Google if the 2 romance options are legal adults or not, because I kinda think they are. And then now that's, like
They are.
I didn't even think about they visibly look similar age in the game, but I think they're, like, legal adults,
What's his
so
face? Finn, the guy? He went to jail, not juvie, so I'm gonna assume he's an adult.
You can be
okay, so
prosecuted
if
as
you romance
an adult at
Cassidy or
16.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
but
I'm gonna look up.
Sean's 16, and if the person he's romancing is, like, 19 or 20, I guess, like, it's not that big of an age difference, but, like, it is at
It
the same
is.
time. So, like, in that part of your life, those years are like dog years, like, you age up a lot every year. So, a 16-year-old and a 20-year-old, very different places mentally, developmentally, everything.
Yeah.
So now that takes on a whole new light with those romances.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a little bit of age research because, like, that's why I also didn't want to do the like Ellie and Dina one because, or not Dina, but what's her face, Riley. So I
Really.
was like, I don't want to
There's
analyze children romances. Like, it just sounds yucky. So,
well, I don't wanna
anyways,
there's no scenes in those games, like, you don't actually see anything besides a kiss.
okay.
But, yeah, but so, we don't there's no, like, physical scene to analyze, but I'll happily analyze their relationship because it was bad. All of it was bad. Sean deserves better. I wanted Sean to just be happy. Daniel sh was that my rabbit? Oh my god. Thought there was a ghost in here, I'm sorry. He's just not normally visible back there. Um,
I
yeah.
can go get my gear.
Yes, that night we need a Ghostbuster over in Florida, pretty please. Um, wow. Okay, that we will put this game on the list for sure because holy crap, that seemed like a lot of character analysis to go through. That and you've enjoyed the game, and it's been something that, we did the first game. Now we got to do the second game, even if they're not a continuation of the same story. And this time I did see the bunny, so it's okay. It's not a ghosty.
He's just startling me when he hops around back there. But, yeah, dude, um, yeah, no, the actually Life is Strange True Colors healed my heart a little bit. Those have really good romances, like, we have to do that game. But the second game really broke my heart. I'm just telling if any of the developers ever hear this, you hurt me.
Now I have it hurt so good in my head. Okay. Who else would I throw into therapy? That's also kind of, it is, I think we've definitely been talking for a little over an hour now. Don't punch your microphone, Jen. Stop it. Maya stole my puff thing from my phone microphone, so now it's like an open mic. Yeah. Ha, open mic. Um, so now every time that I touch it, it's super noisy and I don't like it. So anyways, hi Bunny. Oh my God, I get to meet your cats. I just realized that I get to meet your cats.
Ollie is a very special boy that will hate you just because he doesn't know you.
That's
But,
fine.
Mary is a baby.
I get to hold the potato.
Potato is a mother. Why have you disturbed me?
Okay, sorry. It's true. Hi, George.
Gosh, I love your kitty.
So to
Well,
a
I guess
different
we can
person, that has a very different context.
oh my
I'm
god.
moving on from this. And okay, as we wrap up the show for the night, and before we tangent on kittens any further, let's do name a character you would want to be your therapist. Like you actually personally you. Think of that person. Who would you want to be your therapist from a video game? Bat Knight, you have somebody in mind? Let's go with it and do your outro plugs as you're doing it.
Gordon Solis.
Morning.
And as far as plugs, the quest for affiliate is getting ever closer. I'm almost at 50, and so I got a couple people stopping me at the con for my picture when I was in cosplay today, and I'm like, hey, do you go on Twitch? So shameless
That's
plugs there. So,
cool. It's not shameless. It is outro plug time, baby. Go for it. That's the whole
and
point.
I don't think they're gonna see this, but my team on uh, the Extreme Ghostbusters League is the atomic weight of Cobalt 58.9. We're in the playoffs. Our first match was today. I think we actually won. So
Yay. Go Ghostbusters. Okay. Apollo or Muffiny? Did you think of somebody? Who do you want? Apollo. Who you want?
Um, because I think she can learn. I'm gonna go Edie. I feel like Edie could take all of psychology, all of history, process it, and probably be a really good therapist.
Hmm. I like it. That and Trisha Heffler has a relaxing enough voice that she would feel very soothing to have talking at me. Yeah, I could see that. Got anything cool going on? What's your next concert?
Next Friday is a Beatles cover band. That's my next
Mm,
concert. One that
fun.
was endorsed by George Harrison's sister or daughter, one of those things. So should be pretty good. And we literally have front row center tickets, so should be good.
Hell yeah. Muffiny cake. Who's your therapist?
I'm gonna pick Brewster from Animal Crossing. Honestly, he gives really good advice and he's a really good listener. Also,
Okay.
coffee, free coffee.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
That's a solid choice.
Also, like his office, coffee shop, is in a museum, so you can even have an activity afterwards. It's great. It's perfect.
Sitting in front of a fish tank can definitely be a really good mental break with
Great.
a cup of
Get all your
coffee.
thoughts and feelings out. You have your coffee, and you go cry it out behind the shark tank. It's great.
As long as you don't dive into the shark tank. Then we're good.
Who would you pick, Jen?
Oh gosh. I mean, my first thought was Morden, but then I also realized that maybe I don't really want that. Um, but he would talk too fast and try to get through all of my stuff way too on a whole different level, and I don't know if I can match that level of energy. Um, Matriarch Theta, Liara's dad. She's a bartender, but she also is really grounded, and I really do like her voice also. And she's got like 1,000 years of experience and likes chicks with big boobs. So I think we'd get along. Like, match made in heaven. Yeah,
I wavered between her and Edie, but then I went Edie.
yeah. And she's part Krogan, so she'd understand my anger management issues. What about you, V? Or should I do my half of the plug?
Oh, no, it's okay. I mean, I would pick Hancock from Fallout 4 because he would, first of all, know exactly what drug I would need if I needed one. He would help me build confidence because I don't have that much, and he has it in spades. And I just like his vibe and his, like, morals where he helps good people and hurts bad people. I can get behind that. I feel like he'd give me some sage advice.
You'd also want him to get behind you. And if you like what you're hearing, please be sure to leave a review on iTunes or give us a rating on Spotify and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. You can now find me on the Cyberpunk Lorecast with my co-host Toasty, where we explore the foundations of the past, the state of Night City today, and the news of the future for all things cyberpunk. Damn it, I tried to hold it together, but that one was a really good lie. And of course, you can find us in our Two Girls One Ship channel on the Robots Radio Discord. And come give us a follow on all the social medias and on patreon.com/Two Girls One Ship. Links to those are in the description. V, did we end up creating that Threads account? Because I
Yeah.
heard that you automatically get one with an Instagram.
Yeah, you just had to, like, open the Threads app,
Okay.
and you have one.
Sweet. So we have one of those. I don't think we've posted anything, though.
Just a picture of me holding a kitten, just to have something.
Oh, cute. Okay.
Oh, is it my turn?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, you can apparently find me getting railed in the old State House in Boston by Hancock, right above the third rail bar, and also in the Robots Radio Discord, and on our own Two Girls One Ship Discord server, where we nerd out on all our favorite CGI significant others. Be sure to check our live streams on Twitch on Fridays at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Our podcast episodes release on Mondays because you need at least one good thing on a Monday.
Thanks for listening. And remember,
That beauty is in the eye of the controller.
Virvada, your segue just said that you could find yourself getting railed on the Robots Radio Discord.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You could find me getting
You
railed on
kinda
the
did.
third floor
You
rail
definitely
and
said
on the
that.
Robots Radio Discord.
Oh, yeah, I guess I have. I'm not getting railed in the Discord, but maybe in the third rail. Apparently, that's what you said. That I'm dating my therapist. I mean, yes. You know who else did that? What's her face from Lucifer? I would totally do that if I were her. Lucifer was my
Oh,
client. Oh yeah.
Isn't
yeah. Well,
the
Lucifer
devil?
and the
Damn,
therapist.
they wanna
Yeah,
change
he's the devil.
Lucifer can be my therapist. I forgot about him. I'll take Lucifer
Lucifer's
as
not a
my
video game.
Yeah, he's not a video
Damn.
game.
Uh,
If he was, I would play him.
I'm sitting here trying to rack my brain to remember the therapist's name because I'm in the middle of a
I can't remember her name either. She's so great though. And she ends up with Amenadiel. Why do I remember Amenadiel, but not whatever normal ass name she
Well,
must have?
Oh, yeah, no, don't give any Lucifer
although to be
spoilers.
fair, my wife is cosplaying as Crowley, and her sister is cosplaying as the Angel, whose name I can never remember because I keep wanting to call said Angel Amenadiel, and I'm like, it's not. It's a totally different character.
Oh, her name's Linda.
Yep.
I just
Linda
Linda, that's
Martin.
Linda.
Dr. Linda. And
Speaking of my
it's
lovely
because
wife, she's here.
Amenadiel. Oh, hello, Bat Night Wife. Lady Bat Night.
Totally bad.
That wife?
Bat Wife. Oh no, camera froze.
I'm trying to show.
Ah, yes, hello. Amenadiel and Mazikeen, and there's so many good names on Lucifer. Oh, okay.
Good one.
Yeah, I think this was definitely a good episode. Oh, okay. Bye. Wifey was
Toodaloo.
probably like,
Oh,
it's
He
super
said
late.
it
You need to
cracked
go
his
to bed.
speech broke up really bad.
Yeah.
Did you check
Okay.
out Stray Gods? V?
oh no, not yet. I need to Google it. Sorry. We have to I've been packing and
Yeah.
dying. Apollo.
Also, Good
It was like
Omens
who's
came out
who
with
in that
season
game.
2 today, and I need to start watching that. Good Omens is
Apollo,
so good.
I'm finally playing Lake, and it's really good. You were right. I'm
It's
almost
a
done with
cute
it.
game. It's a cute game. I mean, it's not reinventing anything. It's just a cute little chill game. You spend like 4 days doing things that a normal human being would do.
So cute, and there is romance in it, and I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I didn't realize until I met the lumberjack guy in the diner to talk about the apartment buildings, and then the waitress kept calling us lovebirds, and I was like, is this a romance option?
Dude, Stray Gods sounds like it was made for me.
It's got
It's
Troy Baker, Laura Bailey, Ashley Johnson, Felicia Day, the woman that plays Marlene in Last of Us, the guy that did you see that movie
David
where
Gator wrote it.
yeah, and did you see the movie
Shit,
where
that's why
everybody
it sounds
forgot the
familiar.
Beatles existed except for one guy?
Yeah, I saw that.
That guy's in this game. Like, it's insane, the people they have
So
in that.
it's called Stray Gods, the role-playing musical, an upcoming role-playing musical video game developed by Summerfall Studios, which is a retelling of Greek mythology. Yeah, and it's a musical.
This is like the most niche thing, but it's like it's immediately what we're both into.
Yep.
Right?
You
No,
know,
I'm
you
I'm
you
I'm
know who David
here.
Gator is, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I know you guys. I know you do. Okay. Listeners, if you don't know, that's who created Thetis and Dragon Age. He doesn't work at BioWare anymore though. And he lives in Australia now. I guess that's what he's been doing, writing a musical.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
if that
great.
game had Ashley Birch in it, then it would have every voice actor who I will basically buy the game if I know they're in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know it's gonna be
Right.
good.
It's coming out on August 10th, so almost.
Like a week.
I will be in my new home on that day because that's the day after. Or no, that's the day I check out of the Gen Hotel. I think. Yeah, it'll be great. Can't wait.
Okay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for everything. All the things are happening. Okay.
Not getting railed in Robots Radio Discord. That's what's happening. Just to clarify again. Okay.
I'm leaving it in. I'm not gonna
Oh
edit it
God.
out.
While I was saying it, I was like, you needed another word in there, and I just kept going. And then I
Yeah.
was like, my message came across clearly. No, it didn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're getting railed at the
Well,
third rail.
I think beauty is the eye of the beholder instead of. I think you said beauty is the eye of the controller or something instead of is. I
don't know. I was
something. It
laughing.
was you were. It was good. It was good.
Okay, well
I am everywhere.
we can either cut out
We'll
that
just
part
put
and put
Mark Mir
Mark in.
there.
Yeah. I was like, we can put Mark Mir in there. That's fine.
Mark Mir over it.
Such a great solution. Why don't we just put this like famous voice actor over my mess up?
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cass, Yuri, I think you guys were the only ones in the chat who were not also on this call. Much appreciate. Major loves. We'll see you all later. Void Kitten. Oh, yes, that's it. I was like, I didn't see that name pop up, but there it is. Yes. Right. Night.